Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hoirun Nisa. Here I will explain about vowel sound. What is vowel? Vowel is speech sound made by pushing air up from the lungs and allowing it to pass through the vocal tract without obstruction. So, the vowel is the sound of speech where the mouth is open because there is a push of air from the lung and let it pass through the vocal canal without any obstruction, or the tongue does not touch the mouth, teeth, or anything else. So this is group of English sound. So there are all of these English vowel sound, but only 5 English vowel letters. There is A, U, E, O, A. There are 12 English vowel sounds with International Phonetic Alphabet or IPA. There is number 1, E. It has the long vowel. For example, beach, sheep, green. And number 2 is E. It has the short vowel sound. For example, beach, dish, hit. So, long vowel sounds and short vowel sounds are important in English. And then number 3, U. U. For example, book, good, cook. And number 4 is the longer sounds is U. For example, is you, roof, shoe. And number 5 is A. This is the short vowel sound. For example, bed, red, egg. Number 6 is A. You will hear the sound in this word like cat, fat, that. Number 7 is A. You will hear the sound in words like focus, teacher, the. Number 8 is A, as in her, Number 9 is O. You can hear this word pronounced in door or for. Number 10 is A. For example, cup, bat. Number 11 is A, as in far, part, heart. And the last, number 12 is O. You will hear the sound pronounced in not, on, hot. And the next, how to change the vowel quality. There are several ways in which speaker can change the shape of the vocal tract and thus change vowel quality. And there is, the first is raising or lowering the body of the tongue. The second is advancing or retracting the body of the tongue. The third is rounding or not rounding the lips. And the last is making this movement with a tense or lax gesture. Okay, maybe enough for me. More or less apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Alfian. I will explain about how to change the vowel quality. There are several ways in which speakers can change the shape of the vocal tract and thus change vowel quality. The first way is raising or lowering the body of the tongue. This way is related with how to describing a vowel with tongue height aspect. Tongue height aspect refers to how high or low the tongue is in the mouth of speaker when producing vowels. The different degrees of tongue height are high, mid, and low. High vowels. High vowels are made with the front of the mouth less open because the tongue body is raised or high. The high vowels of English are I, E, U, and U. Mid vowels. Mid vowels are produced with an intermediate tongue height. The mid vowels of English are A, O, and A. Low vowels. Low vowels are pronounced with the front of the mouth and the tongue lowered. The low vowels of English are A and O. The second way is advancing or retracting the body of the tongue. This way is related with how to describing a vowel with tongue advancement aspect. Tongue advancement aspect refers to how far front or back the tongue is in the mouth of the speaker when producing vowels. The tongue can be pushed forward or pulled within the oral cavity. So, it is divided into three classifications: front, central, and back. Front vowels. Front vowels are produced with the highest point of the tongue is positioned relatively in front in the mouth without creating a constriction. The front vowels of English are A, E, A, and E. Central vowels. Central vowels are produced with the tongue is positioned halfway between a front vowel and a back vowel. Central vowels also require neither fronting nor retraction of the tongue. The central vowels of English are A and E. Back vowels. Back vowels are produced with the highest point of the tongue is positioned relatively back in the mouth without creating a constriction. The back vowels of English are U, O, and A. The third way is rounding or not rounding the lips. This way is related with how to describing vowels with lip rounding aspect. Lip rounding aspect refers to how the lips are rounded or unrounded. When speakers say the U in word to, the lips are rounded, and when the speakers say the E in word T, the lips are unrounded. English has four rounded vowels, which are U, O, and O. And all other vowels in English are unrounded. The last way is making these movements with a tense or a lax gesture. Vowels that are called tense have more extreme positions of the tongue or the lips than vowels that are lax. Tense vowels are made with a more extreme tongue gesture to reach the other peripherals of the vowel stalk. And lax vowels are in contrary with tense vowel, which are produced the vowel sound with lazy gesture. The example of tense vowel is E sound, and the example of the lax vowel is I sound. So, that's all the way of how to change the vowel quality.
Hey there, I'm Amar Ariantino, and I will explain about diphthong. Diphthong are long vowel sounds that start in one position of the mouth. A diphthong is a single glide from one vowel to another within a single syllable. A diphthong is a sound made by combining two vowels, especially when it starts as one vowel sound and goes to another. Diphthong adalah bunyi vokal panjang yang dimulai dari satu posisi mulut. Jadi diphthong adalah dua vokal yang diucapkan sekaligus. Gabungan vokal disebut diphthong apabila menghasilkan satu bunyi suara saja. In English, there are 8 diphthongs, tapi kita kerucutkan lagi menjadi 3, yaitu first, ends with E sound. Second, ends with sound. And the last ends with sound. First, ends with an E sound. There are A, Oi, and I. A. The sound was made by A and E vowel sound that push together. A and E. A. Example: break, day, play, brain. Next is I sound. This sound is combination of A and E sound. For example: cry, like, fine, pie, cry. Last is Oi. Oi. This sound is combination of O and E sound. Example: joy, boy, noise, voice. Next, do you know about the next diphthong sound? Yes, this diphthong sound are ends with an U sound. First, O. This is a combination of and U sound. Example: go, only. Next, ow. Yes, this sound was made by A and U vowel sound. Example: out, loud, sound, and town. And the last is ends with an sound. There are ear, and air. First, air. Example: there, where, parents, bear. The last is This sound is starting on the U and finishing on the A. Example: hour, pure, pure. The last is ear. If you want to pronounce this sound, our mouth should open a little. Example: here, clear, near, and weird.